Welcome to Make Erlang Cry 2.0 guide. If you're new to this channel, I have a pretty good list of Wukong videos, so please feel free to check them out. Okay, the reason why I'm calling this guide a 2.0 it's because I posted a guide on how to beat Erlang at level 69, and to my surprise, that video got pretty popular. However, there were several people still struggling, especially after the latest update. So, what's new for Erlang in the latest game update? At the beginning of the fight, Erlang starts his leap earlier and you have to dodge this move before using your planting fan. Erlang now turns yellow, indicating that he's immune to immobilization. He now reacts to Azure, in which he didn't before this update. Other than that, it's still the same pain in the ass. With that being said, I decided to make another guide with extra sauce, tweaking the build to an even lower level requirement, spending only 54 sparks for the entire build, plus minimal Celestial Medicine upgrades. Without further ado, let's talk about Celestial upgrades. Mana and Stamina will be your #1 priority. If you have extra, you may choose to put them into Health and Defense. In my previous video, I've used Jingle Bang. The base damage for this weapon is the best you can get for your first playthrough. However, if you really want to clear Erlang first before going into Chapter 6, you may use Spider Celestial Staff. The base damage is about 40 lower, but with 6% more crit. Planting Fan as your vessel, which you acquired from completing Chapter 5, is a must for this build as it is a key to remove Erlang's shield with ease. As for Spirit, choose Wandering White. I personally still think that Wandering White is the best Spirit for this fight because it has the shortest animated burst damage. Besides, a fully upgraded Spirit provides you with an extra 30 defense. If you don't have Wandering White, you may choose Upper Mana Bat to immobilize Erlang for more chi and focus building. However, the reason why I don't like using Upper Mana Bat is because enemies start to build their frost resistance after each time you hit them with a frost attack. Eventually, you'll have to cast the Upper Mana Bat twice in order to freeze them. Hence, I think Wandering White is a more direct approach and it gets the job done, which is dealing damage. This build focuses on chi building and reusing your spirits and vessels again and again. Best armor set for this is the Golden Armor set. This armor buffs your attack when you use your spirit or vessel and regenerates extra chi upon critical hits. Chi is the fuel for your spirits and vessels. Chi doesn't regenerate over time, instead it regenerates from every successful hit on the enemy. Assuming most of you who are watching this video will be on your first playthrough, you won't have many curios to choose from, and some of you may even find it a hassle to grind for them. Therefore, I've chosen 3 of the most conservative curios, which is White Seashell Waist Chain for 5 attack buff, Amber Prayer Beads for faster focus building, and Cat Eye Beads for 3% additional crit rate. If you don't have Amber Prayer Beads, you may choose to replace it with any other attack buff curios. For your hues, use Supreme God and Sunset of the Nine Skies as your drink. For soaks, use Celestial Lotus Seeds for continuous healing, Laurel Buds for extra damage reduction, and Bee Mountain Stone for a little bit of Gamba Gamba. Let's move on to spending your sparks. All the activated nodes you see on screen will be the bare minimum to spend your sparks on. If you have extra, you may put them into mana first, then attack, health, defense, and lastly, critical hit damage. This is how your smash stance should look like. One thing that most people tend to overlook is Ironbound Resolve. Whenever you perform a heavy charged attack, which we will be doing a lot in this fight, you'll temporarily increase your damage reduction. This is very useful, especially when your health is low. For Immobilize, these are the nodes that you should be activating. It can be helpful with more immobilization duration, but you have to increase your mana pool to balance out the extra mana cost. You don't have to max out your Cloud Step, as we will be using Cloud Step more as a repositioning skill instead of a damage dealer. So invest your sparks until you get Thunder Strike, which lets you use your charged heavy attack while being in Cloud Step. On your transformation tab, only Cold Edge is needed. If you have extra sparks, you may invest your sparks into Steadfast, which increases your defense. As for relics, Keen Insight, Whistling Wind, Lingering Aroma, Tongue of Connoisseur, and Everlasting Vitality. Before we get into the strategy, these are the common mistakes most people make. Number 1. Your mobile spinning spins really slow. Remember to use your directional key while holding onto your staff spin button to spin faster. Number 2. You cast Immobilize when Erlang has immunity. In this case, he turns yellow or still has a shield, and then he breaks your immobilization. You should only immobilize Erlang when he has no shield, no immunity, or when he isn't backstabbing. Number 3. You miss your headbutt most of the time, wondering why its attack has a really short range, so it's better to go really close to your enemy before headbutting him. Number 4. Erlang dodges your heavy attack all the time. You'll get almost 100% hit rate for your heavy attack if you use it at the same time when Erlang performs an attack combo. Alright guys, just to prove that this isn't an old clip, I'll be starting the fight from the manual. Please bear with me, YouTube comments can be nasty at times. I'll be fast forwarding this part, and before the fight, I'll show you that I did not secretly increase my stats with the remaining sparks. As you can see here, 18 sparks on foundation, 20 sparks on staff stances, and 16 sparks on spells, and that's a total of 54 sparks spent. Okay, upon stepping into the battle, Erlang will always leap onto you. Remember to lock your camera onto Erlang. Once you see the yellow shine on the spear, dodge roll anywhere and roll the second time when he's about to hit you. Now cast your planting fan, instantly charge your heavy attack and go close to him. So close that you should be able to tell if he's using any deodorant. Get ready to release your heavy attack when his shield is almost depleted. Release your heavy attack when you see the slow-mo animation. Go close to him, then headbutt him, instantly cast your immobilize skill and start spinning your staff. You should be able to get 4 focus points here, don't worry if you can't. With 3 focus points, you'll still do a lot of damage. With sparks invested into attack, he should be in phase 2 after your heavy attack. If he doesn't, then hit him with a few light attacks. If your planting fan is still not ready here, use your gold once and it should be up now. Now, be prepared to dodge the biggest axe in the world by just running forward and roll when the axe is about to hit the ground. Continue running to avoid the shockwave, or you may jump over it. With distance, you may now cast your planting fan and repeat the same rotation as before. Charge your heavy attack and stay close to Erlang. Ask if he's wearing environmental friendly deodorant. Wait for it. Bam. Headbutt. Immobilize and start spinning. Charged heavy attack and a few light attacks here should put him into the next phase. Congratulations, you have reached phase 3 with ease. You can dodge these lasers by just rolling towards it. If you want to know the details, it's only the second laser and the 6th laser that you need to dodge. After the lasers, Erlang will start raining small daggers at you. When you see a yellow blink, start spinning your staff. Once you see a red blink, be prepared to dodge after 1 second. If you get hit, that's okay, just heal up. Don't cast your planting fan just yet, gain some distance from him, he'll send his dog after you, then cast a smaller version of the previous attack. And yes, this moveset is scripted as well if you're wondering. This time, just run to the sides when he's throwing daggers at you. Go into clock step when he's done throwing daggers, cast your planting fan and repeat the same rotation. Charge for heavy attack. Headbutt. Immobilize. Mobile spinning. Then release your heavy attack. He'll regain his shield here, but do not cast your planting fan even though it's ready. This is because your immobilize is still on cooldown. Take a deep breath here and keep rolling backwards in order to buy some time for immobilization's cooldown. Just maintain your distance and try to survive. You should have plenty of heals here. When your immobilization skill is almost up, cloud step for safety and cast your planting fan, then repeat the same rotation. Oops, I accidentally released my heavy charge, but that's good. This shows that even with mistakes, you'll still be able to do it. Headbutt. Immobilize. Spin, 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 spin. And bam! Now everyone can make Erlang cry. I hope this extended Erlang guide helped, and please let me know in the comments if you made Erlang cry. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.